Cameron, what is this all about? Please tell me immediately where the hell you are right now.
Whoa, slow down a bit. What's got you all worked up out of nowhere? Why the sudden panic? I informed you about my work trip, remember? I've been away on business since last week.
Seriously, what's happening? You can't be serious. Your coworker just contacted me, frantic because you haven't shown up at work for an entire week. You didn't even bother letting them know about your absence. They're genuinely concerned that something might have happened to you.
Hold up, my workplace reached out to you? How is that even possible?
Oh, there's definitely a lot that needs explaining. You told me about this work trip, but clearly there's a major screw up somewhere. What's the truth, Cameron? You've got some serious explaining to do.
I wasn't planning on spilling things, but I guess there's no hiding anymore. Honestly, it was bound to come crashing down at some point. I'm sorry, Juniper. The truth is, I'm not coming back home, and I sure as won't be returning to work. I want a divorce as soon as humanly possible.
Wait, what? Are you joking right now? Are you seriously pulling my leg?
I've hit a point where I can't keep drudging down this same old path. Living together, it's just not working for me anymore. I'm sorry, but I just can't do it anymore.
Where is this barrage coming from? If you were feeling this way, you should have talked to me earlier. And oh yeah, did you forget that I'm carrying your child? We're about to be parents.
I get it, I really do. But I can't wrap my head around being a dad. It's just not me.
So that's your reason? You should have thought of that earlier. But no matter your readiness, a child is coming, whether we were prepared or not.
Look, I didn't really want to have a child in the first place. It was you who was adamant about it. I felt pressured and I made a huge mistake. I can't bear the thought of being a father, and that's why I'm ending this. If you're set on having a child, then do it, but I can't be a part of it.
You're seriously out of your mind. You can't just swan off after getting me pregnant. You have responsibilities too. It's your flesh and blood.
Life is full of mistakes, and sometimes we have to make tough choices.
This is absolutely ludicrous. Get back home right this instant. Your company will understand if you explain the situation. They even have provisions for personal problems. Let's talk this out.
I've made up my mind. I'm not going back, not to our home, not to my job. I've decided to leave it all behind. I'm done, and I've never been so sure like right now.
What are you saying? What about us? And Lillian, my sister.
Yeah, Lillian. We've grown close, and I've decided to be with her. I can't change my mind now.
Are you out of your freaking mind? You're double-crossing me and getting tangled up with my sister? You're sickening! Did you even stop to consider how this would tear me apart?
I've thought long and hard, and Lillian makes me happy. I don't care about the rest anymore. Please, just let me go.
You're the definition of irresponsibility. You're heartless.
Best of luck with everything, including that kid.
What the hell is going on? Spit it out. What's this between you and Cameron? What do you want from me all of a sudden? Whoa, ease up a bit. Didn't think you'd come at me so fast. I'm not here for excuses. Cut the crap and tell me what's happening. When did you start sneaking around with Cameron? It's been about a year, all right? We randomly bumped into each other at a coffee shop and he asked me for my number. And bam, things got messy. We clicked, we connected, and yeah, we got intimate pretty soon. This is insane. You've both been playing me for an entire year? And this was way before he got knocked up? This is beyond messed up. How could you do this to me? You're my sister. Calm down. Cameron told me about your pregnancy already. According to him, you basically strong-armed him into it. He told me that he never wanted to have kids, and you forced him to go to a maternity clinic with you, right? Seems like you couldn't care about his feelings. Especially since he was never on board with the whole parenting gig. Are you serious? You're siding with him on this? Of course I'm on Cameron's side. Cameron's been filling my ears with all sorts of horror stories about you. He says you were relentless about having a kid and that nothing else mattered to you. He claims he wanted more time with you before diving into parenthood. None of that is even remotely true. The person who kept pestering us to have a kid was Cameron's mom. Every single time we talked to her, she would ask us when we were going to have a child. It was getting really annoying. Seriously? Cameron gave me a completely different version. He's lying through his teeth to make me look like the villain. Cameron wouldn't tell his mom that he didn't want a child at all. Whenever we talked to his mom, he would always tell her that he wanted to hurry and have a child. That's the only reason I went to a maternity clinic. I did my best to get pregnant for the sake of Cameron's mom. And now he's acting like he's terrified of being a parent. It's freaking ridiculous. He's the most irresponsible coward I've ever known, and I'll never forgive him for this. You really need to calm down, sis. We all make mistakes, you know. Nobody's perfect. Cameron just made a small mistake. You really need to just forget about all this and forgive him for what happened. Forgive him? No way that's happening. How could he just run away after getting me pregnant with his child? Do you really think that he just made a small mistake? Tell him to come back and talk to me right away. If he really wants a divorce, that's fine by me. But we have lots of things we need to talk about. He's going to need to send me money if I'm raising this child by myself. You've got to be kidding me. You expect us to come crawling back just so you can squeeze some cash out of us? Don't hold your breath. We won't be apologizing or dropping a dime. Don't even think about us showing up to hash things out. What did you just say? You're not going to take an ounce of responsibility for tearing my life apart? I'm your sister, you know. How did we ruin your life? I don't get it. You wanted a kid, right? You should be thankful that Cameron got you pregnant. You need to be the one to take responsibility and raise your kid. Please don't involve me and Cameron in any of this. It's all your problem. You can't be serious. Well, it's been real, sis. We're planning to move to a new city and get married. Make sure you get the paperwork for the divorce soon as you can. We will start our happy new life together. So long, sis.
Hey, Juniper, it's been a while. How have you been?
Who's that?
Guess you've been doing pretty well. Remember me? It's your ex-husband. I'm glad you didn't end up blocking my number.
What do you want from me after all these years? You ignored me completely back then when I desperately needed you. I never expected to get a message from you ever again.
That all happened so long ago. I barely remember any of it. I know it might be a little weird that I contacted you out of nowhere, but I need to ask you for a favor. I wouldn't contact you just because I was bored. It's actually something really important.
Something important? Hurry up and tell me what's going on then. I don't have time to stay here all day with you.
It's about Lillian, actually. She became really sick recently, and she had to go to the hospital for a while. It ended up being pretty serious, and I thought that you should know because you're her sister after all.
Wait, what? Is it really that serious? How is she doing now?
Not too well. The doctors told us that she has a liver disease. Lillian wasn't doing too well from last year. And it finally became so bad that she had to go to the hospital. The doctors told us that she might have to think about getting a liver transplant.
She's getting a transplant. That must mean she needs to get a liver donated to her, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The doctors are saying that the damaged liver won't really recover and that it's recommended that she gets a transplant. So we've decided that Lillian is going to get the surgery for the transplant.
I see. I hope the surgery goes well. I guess she needs to find a liver donor before getting the surgery. I hope someone shows up soon. It's probably better for her health the faster she gets the transplant done, right?
Yeah, exactly. The faster we find someone, the better it is for Lillian's health. This is the reason I decided to contact you. Would you please donate your liver to her?
Wait. What? You want me to donate my liver?
According to the doctor, it's better to get a liver from someone that is related to her. Unfortunately, me and Lillian don't really get along with any of her relatives because of what happened. You're the only one that we can depend on, Juniper.
There is no way that I'm helping you guys out. A liver transplant doesn't have to be a blood relative, right? Why don't you donate your liver to her? You're her husband, after all.
I could never do that. It's way too scary. I think it would probably be better if it's a blood relative anyway. I read somewhere on the internet that it's better if the donor is a blood relative.
Do you really believe everything that you read on the internet?
Also, I'm a lot older than Lillian, you know. I think that she deserves a much younger and healthy liver in her body. I don't want her to have my liver because I'm getting old now. You're much younger than me, so I think your liver would be much better for Lillian.
What are you talking about? We're the same age, you idiot. I'm only younger than you by a few months. Stop making up a bunch of excuses just because you're scared. I'm not going to be donating my liver to Lillian. Stop asking me now. Even though Lillian's my sister, she's also the woman that stole my husband from me. She's just a traitor to me now. Why would I want to donate my organs to a traitor like her?
Don't be so mean like that. You know that Lillian is your only sister, right? She can't even be replaced. You have a healthy liver, so stop being so selfish. We're only asking you to donate a part of your liver.
Then why don't you give her one of yours? I'm raising our child all by myself, by the way. I don't want to risk my health for you guys. If something ever happens to me, my daughter would be all alone. So my answer is always going to be no. I am not donating my liver to Lillian.
I completely forgot that we had a child, so it ended up being a girl, huh? How is she doing? Maybe the kid can donate her liver to Lillian?
Are you really serious?
I can go and ask the doctor if a child is a suitable donor. If the doctor says yes, then that would be perfect. I'm sure it's going to be okay. I'm so glad that I finally managed to find Lillian a donor.
What the hell is wrong with you? She's only 3 years old. There's no way I'm letting Lillian have her liver. Even if she was an adult, I still wouldn't let her donate her liver to you guys.
Well, that's a shame. I guess you're the only one that I can ask then. You understand what's happening, right? I tried asking everyone I know and still couldn't find a liver donor. Your sister is struggling so much because of a liver disease. You can donate a part of the liver to your little sister, right? It's only a small part, you know.
How many times do I have to tell you? I am not donating any part of my liver.
What? You were serious?
Could you tell Lillian something for me as well? You guys betrayed me and decided to live with each other. Please don't ever involve me in any of your problems again. I've got to go now. I need to leave to work soon and go pick up my daughter.
I can't believe you. Do you not understand how serious this all is? Are you really planning to let your little sisters just suffer? She really needs your help right now. Lillian's in hospital, struggling right this moment because she can't find someone to give her a liver. You're just going to ignore her and go about your life?
Yes, I'm planning to ignore her. Why do you think I would help in the first place?
I thought you would help because you're her only sibling.
Do you not remember what you and Lillian did to me? You guys cheated on me for an entire year before and during my pregnancy. Then you suddenly break up with me, and both of you just disappear. I couldn't get in contact with either of you. I had to raise my daughter all by myself while working. You didn't even pay me any child support or alimony. You're a total deadbeat. Now you're asking me for my liver after ignoring me for 3 years? What is wrong with you both?
Well, I'm sorry that happened, but it all happened 3 years ago. It's about time you forgot about it and moved on. Can't you just forgive us and help us out just this once?
You don't get to decide when to be forgiven. No matter how many years go by. It doesn't change the fact that both of you betrayed me and ruined my life. I am never, ever going to forgive either of you.
Don't be like that. Your only sister is having a really tough time in hospital right this moment. You're the only one that can save her. How could you just ignore her like that? She's your family. I'm really sorry if we hurt your feelings. I'll apologize as many times as you want me to. But what happened between us has nothing to do with Lillian's sickness right now.
Stop making it sound like I'm the one in the wrong. You're the one that cheated on me with my little sister. You're the one that broke up with me while I was pregnant and completely ignored me for all these years. Be a man for once and take responsibility for your actions. All of this is happening because you're such an irresponsible person. Your actions have consequences, by the way. Stop depending on me only when it suits you.
But what am I meant to do if you don't donate a liver to Lillian? What's going to happen to her? She really needs the transplant badly.
If she's struggling that much, then why don't you donate your liver to her? You're her husband, after all. It's just a small part of liver. Anyway, I've really got to go now. Goodbye. How could you do this to me, sis? Why don't you want to help me out? I'm having a really difficult time right now. I can't believe that you're not willing to donate a liver to me. Be quiet. I'm the one who can't believe what's happening. I didn't expect for you to contact me as well. Cameron told me everything, by the way. You're still angry I stole Cameron from you 3 years ago. It all happened such a long time ago. Why do you still care? Of course I'm still angry about it. It doesn't matter how much time passes. I'm never going to forgive you guys. If that's the reason you're not helping me, then I'll apologize. Once I'm healthy again, I'll come visit you with a thank you gift. So I'm begging you, please donate a part of liver to me. If you're really that desperate, then why don't you ask Cameron for one of his livers? The doctor said it's okay, right? The only reason he doesn't want to give it to you is because he's scared of the surgery. I'd be really grateful if Cameron was willing to donate me a liver, but I don't think it's something that I should force onto my husband. What happens if the surgery goes wrong and something happens to him? I don't want to hurt Cameron or damage our relationship by asking him for some liver. That's why I'm begging you, sis. Just give me your liver. Do you know how ridiculous you're being right now? Do you know our relationship as sisters is getting worse and worse right now? You don't care about our relationship as siblings at all. Then how about this? I'll stop asking you for a tiny part of your liver. Could you at least give us some money to pay for my hospital bills? If you could just pay us the money, then I'll stop asking you. What did you just say? Now you're asking me for money. I'm really in some trouble right now. I had to pay a huge hospital bill just a few months ago as well. I used up all of my savings and I don't think I can pay off the hospital bills this time. I can't work because I'm so sick. Please help me out. Shut up, would you? It's your fault that you didn't save up enough money for emergencies. I bet you guys spent all your savings buying things for each other. Be an adult and take responsibility for your own problems. Don't get me involved in any of this. How could you be so mean to me? I'm begging you, sis, please help me out. I just thought of a great idea. How about this? If you pay for my hospital bills, then I'll lend you Cameron for a few weeks. I think that would make you really happy. You'll get to spend some precious time with your ex-husband. Why would I want you to lend me Cameron? That wouldn't make me happy at all. You and Cameron had a child together. You can finally reunite your daughter with her father. I'm sure your daughter would be really happy. I can lend him to you for $100 a day. Isn't that a great deal for both of us? Stop messing around with me. Why should I be the one paying any money to let my daughter meet her father? If anything, you guys should be paying me money for raising her by myself. Cameron should be the one begging me to have the opportunity to see his daughter. But Cameron is the only thing that I can offer to you. What else can I do for you to give me a liver and some money? You don't have to let Cameron meet his daughter if you don't want to. You can just use him as a house cleaner if you really want. He can clean the toilet and the kitchen if that's what you need him to do. I really don't care how you use him. I just need the money to pay for my hospital bills. I don't want to have to be in debt just to pay off some random hospital bills. I've heard enough out of you, you idiot. You guys decided that you didn't want my help the moment you ran off together. Take some responsibility for what you did and figure this out between you and Cameron. You're just going to ignore me? I've got to get going soon anyway. I'm pretty busy these days. Good luck figuring this all out with Cameron.
Hey, Juniper, how about we get back together? I want to marry you again. I want to raise our child with you this time.
What did you just say? Have you gone crazy? I don't want to talk to you.
It's just that I realized something when I talked to you the other day. I remembered what a great couple we used to be and started to think of you again. I've realized that you're the one that I should be with.
You've got to be kidding me.
It's just that everything is going so wrong with me and Lillian. Lillian ended up getting out of the hospital for now, but she still has to see the doctor 3 times a week. It's getting really difficult supporting her through all this.
Well, you should continue supporting her through difficult times if you're her husband. She's only struggling because you keep refusing to give up your liver.
Stop making it sound like it's my fault. I'm doing everything that I can to support her, you know. It's just that I can't ignore my feelings any longer. I realized you're the one that I really love, and I just don't love Lillian anymore. It's so hard to support someone that I don't love anymore.
You really are a terrible human being. Trying to run away again when things aren't going your way.
It's not like that. I just want to see you and our daughter. I'm sure our daughter is very sad that she doesn't get to see her father at all. I'm sure that you're struggling to raise her by yourself as a single mother. It would be the best for all of us if I just came back. Please, get back together with me.
Actually, I've remarried. My daughter's doing just fine, no thanks to you.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
So I'm never going to be getting back with you. My daughter's getting along really well with my new husband. You don't have to worry about her missing her father.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean? You got married again? How could you do this to me? I didn't hear anything about this.
Why would I need to tell you about it?
I'm your ex-husband. I think I deserve to know if you're getting married to another guy. I definitely would have told you not to get married to another man if I knew about this. Hurry up and get rid of him. Once you guys get divorced, I'll be happy to get back together with you again. Our child deserves to have her real father by her side.
How can you say stuff like that? You forgot that you even had a child till I reminded you. I'm living a happy life with my husband and daughter that I love very much. Would you just let me live in peace? I don't want to get involved with you and Lillian's problems anymore.
I really regret divorcing you. I can get my car and start driving to your place right now. I really mean it. Let's talk about this in person. We can go and get dinner as a family for the first time. Me, you, and our daughter. What do you guys want to eat? I'll pay for it all.
Did you not understand what I told you earlier? I thought I told you that I'm really happy with my life right now. I don't need you or your problems in my life. If you try to ruin my life again, then I will definitely be taking some legal action against you. I'm pretty sure you owe me a lot of money for making me raise our daughter by myself. You should be paying for at least half her living costs, you know.
What are you talking about? You know that I don't have any money that I can give you.
Well, if you don't intend on paying me any money, then don't ever contact me again. Why don't you go find another job so you can help your wife pay off her hospital bills? The line of communication went dead as soon as I pressed the issue of child support owed to Cameron. I decided to open up to my husband about the entire tangled web involving me, Lillian, and Cameron. To my surprise, he listened and stood by me, offering me his unwavering support through this tumultuous ordeal. As for Lillian's health, it's a constant looming concern. Cameron's promise of a liver donation remains unfulfilled, casting a shadow over their strained relationship. Lillian's condition is worsening by the day, forcing her to visit doctors 3 times a week in search of answers. The weight of their deteriorating circumstances is taking its toll on both of them. The weight of the mounting stress and anxiety are fueling intense arguments between Lillian and Cameron, turning their relationship into a battleground of emotions.